Hey guys, it's starting to snow out here. I guess technically you could call this a white Christmas. There's not much on the ground yet, but hey, we have a little bit. It's a start. It's pretty cold out here too. Wind chill's like 0, but the tire shop should be open tomorrow morning, so I loaded up the tires. We're gonna put these Yokohama XATs on the truck and we're gonna give them a thorough workout and see how they do. Now that it's snowing and it's wintertime, should be able to try them out on the snow and ice. And I'm out of breath because these things are heavy. Tires and wheels, I think like a combo here once I get it mounted. Tire, wheel weights, sensors, probably gonna go like 103 pounds per corner. So they're pretty heavy, but anyway, yeah, it's gonna be great to try these out in the wintertime because these tires actually have mixed reviews, which is kind of surprising. Seems like all the new modern tires on the market get pretty good reviews, but for some reason the Nittos and these have mixed reviews across the internet. And the main complaint that I've read with these XATs from Yokohama is foul weather traction. So we're going to try it out and see how they really do in this kind of condition. Should be interesting. So anyway, I'm going to go back in the house for now, get warm again, but I'll be back tomorrow morning. So we're here at the Discount Tire. This is my favorite store. These guys are really good at balancing the larger tires. I've been to a lot of tire shops in the past where you end up still having some vibration issues. I don't know if their machines are just not calibrated very often, or maybe they don't know how to use the marks on the tires. I don't know, but these guys seem to always get it right the first time. So we're gonna wait out here in the truck because due to COVID, everything is different now. And I guess they have the customer actually pull the truck into the bay. I don't know. It's my first rodeo with this at a tire shop, so we'll see. But they're gonna get us going here in just a minute. Got my sidekick with me over here. He occasionally helps do stuff. Say what? Oh, okay. All right, let's get a little footage here. We just left the tire shop. I think they actually look pretty good. Again, these are the Fuel Rebel wheels. They're 18 by 9, negative 12 millimeter offset. So they don't stick out very much. I think I'm gonna end up putting my wheel spacers on here maybe just to get a little bit more stance, but they're not bad. They're kind of flush with the fenders, which is what a lot of guys love. Kind of walk around here for a minute so I can get a different view. Let me go over here on the sunny side. That's a little better of a view right there. So that's what a 9-inch wheel with a negative 12 millimeter offset looks like on one of these new Rams. Looks pretty good, I think. What do you think? They look pretty good, don't they? I think they actually look better than the other ones did. All right, let's head down the road and see if they have any vibration in them. So we're headed down the road. Initial impressions are really good. Right now we're at 70 miles an hour and these tires are rolling really smooth. There's just a very small hint of vibration down around 55 or 60 miles per hour. But it's not bad at all. Really smooth. These Fuel Rebel wheels seem to be high quality. I watched them when they spun them on the balancing machine, and they didn't have any noticeable run out at all visually, unlike the last set of wheels. Well, the set before the last set of wheels I had, they were terrible. But these seem to be true, and the tires seem to have balanced really well. They use the clip-on weights instead of sticky weights because these 18-inch wheels just barely clear the brakes. These new Ram trucks have huge brake packages on them, and the 18s are absolutely the minimum you can go, and even then it's really close to rubbing the brake calipers. So instead of using sticky weights, they ended up using the clip-on weights. Sometimes those are not the best for larger wheel and tire combos, but you know, I had mentioned to them the clearance issue that was, you know, possibly going to be there if they use sticky weights. I guess they decided to go ahead and do the clip-ons, but anyway, it's not bad. They ride pretty good, and these tires are really quiet. I mean, you can barely hear them. Now, most tires get louder as time goes on, as they wear in, as you start doing cross rotations on them, they end up getting a little bit louder. So obviously I'm going to do reviews on these tires, you know, as time goes on. But initially, first trip down the interstate with them, they're really quiet. I mean, they're almost as quiet as the factory tires we just took off. You can barely hear them. So that's a pleasant surprise. Now, being a 10-ply tire, obviously they ride a little bit rougher, and you can tell as soon as you leave the tire shop. You take those P-metric tires off that come from the factory, you put these 10-ply E-rated tires on, you can tell. But it's not bad. They've got looks like about 42, 43 pounds of air in them. That's what the tire shop put in there. I'm probably gonna drop it down a little bit more. And being an 18-inch wheel, there's more tire, so you got more cushion there in your sidewall. So if you drop the pressures down a little bit, they'll ride better. So far, I'm impressed. I like them. They're quiet, they're smooth, they're aggressive, they look really great. So time will tell. I'm gonna run these tires and put them through the paces. You can probably see we had a little bit of snow a few days ago. Probably gonna be some more later this week. So I'm gonna try these in the snow, the ice, the rain, sunny days, cloudy days, hot weather in the summer, really hot weather in the summer, cold weather in the winter, probably down around 0 or below. Gonna put them through towing, hauling, dirt, mud, rocks. We do everything with our truck. So we'll put these Yokohama X8Ts to the test, and we'll see if the reviews, the mixed reviews online are really true or not. We're gonna find out. Yeah, no, the turbo does need to be louder, but these tires are obviously heavier, and you can hear the turbo spool up a little more often going up these hills on the interstate. You know, there's a little bit more turbo spool, so my guess is we're going to lose probably a half a mile per gallon, maybe a mile per gallon with these. And I need to check the speedometer too, because these tires are 1 inch taller than the factory ones, and I haven't calibrated it yet. So the speedometer is probably just a little bit slow right now, maybe a few percent, 3 or 4% slow probably. But I'm getting ready to pull out the GPS and we'll check that and see. But yeah, I love them so far. We're gonna head on down the road now, and we got some other things to get into today, but we'll be back later, guys. Yeah, there could be like 20 or 30 gasoline pumps empty, but somebody will always hog the one that has the diesel pump. So you can't get to the diesel pump. Oh man. Question is, will these those factory Falcon Wild Peak AT3WA, that's a mouthful. Those tires would go up this snow-covered hill in 2-wheel drive. They were spinning, but they were still moving the truck. So let's see if these Yokohamas will do the same thing. The snow's not deep, but it is very slippery. A little slipping already. Yeah, so far so good. When the snow is not very deep, it gets packed down into a solid sheet of ice, and it's actually more slippery than it looks a lot of the time, but these are not having any trouble at all. Now we're getting up here into the sunny part of the hill where it's kind of melted off, but no trouble at all. Awesome. Don't know if I ever showed you guys this or not, but this little attachment right here is cool. If you live in a rural area like we do, and you have to transport your trash can down to the road once a week. This thing is pretty neat. It's got a little lever right here. So you put it in this position, and then this back here will hold the trash can. There's a, if you look at the trash cans, there's a bar in the front of them. You just kind of lay that bar down in here, push the trash can up. Actually, you got to push the lever down. Then you just walk your trash can up to this, set the bar down in there, push it up, and it locks into place. And when it does that, it actually lifts the trash can up off the ground so the wheels are not dragging. And then you can drive it down to where you want, put that lever back up, and then it unlocks. And it'll set the trash can back down on the ground. So it's kind of nice because you're not actually rolling your trash can. You know, we've got literally a half mile. I gotta go all the way down there and then out the road, half mile of gravel. So, you know, rolling the trash can is not gonna work. We needed some way to pick it up off the ground, but sometimes it's pretty heavy, so you don't want to actually lift it up into the back of the truck. So this works out pretty good. I got this on Amazon, can't remember the name of it, but you can find them on there pretty easy. Yeah, so granted, I did have a load of tires in the back of the truck, which probably helped a little bit, but they seemed to just walk right up that compacted snow like it was no big deal at all. So I think these Yokohamas are going to be just fine, but we're going to find out because, like I said, periodically I'm going to update you on how these are going as we put the tires through the paces. So if you want to follow along, hit the subscribe button. If you subscribe to this channel, I'll keep you updated on these Yokohama Geolandar XAT tires that are relatively new. They've been out for about a year. I think they look pretty good on the truck and they're going to function pretty well, I think. Time will tell. Thanks for watching, guys, as always. Appreciate it. And going to get some work done out here. Since the sun is out, it's still freezing cold, but the sun's out, so I need to get some work done. We will talk to you guys later.